Have you ever really stopped to think about the ground we walk on every single day? It seems so simple, right? But the story of how we use land, well, it's the story of us. From huge cities to quiet farms, it's all there. And today we're going to dig right in. So let's start with you. Right now, just look out your window or even just picture the street where you live. How is that one little patch of the planet being used? Is it a park, a road, a building? That simple question, it's at the absolute heart of everything we're talking about today. I mean, we use land for just about everything. It's where our food comes from, obviously. It's where we get wood for our houses and paper for our books. It's the literal foundation for our homes, our offices, our factories. It's the path for our roads and railways. And of course, it's where we go to unwind, in parks and gardens and playing fields. And when you add all that up, you get to this one really crucial point. Pretty much no piece of land is just land anymore. It's almost all being used for something. Our world is kind of like this giant patchwork quilt that we've been stitching together for centuries.
Okay, so to really see how this works, let's zoom in on two places that couldn't be more different. We're going to compare what happens in a bustling city with a quiet little village. It is absolutely a tale of two worlds.
And the difference is, well, it's stark. In the city, land is prime real estate. It's crammed with shops, offices, restaurants, big train stations. It's all about commerce and getting people around. But in a village, the whole focus flips. It's all about the land itself. Fields for growing food, pastures for animals, and patches of trees. Let's look a little closer at the city. It's not just one big concrete block. It's actually really organized. Right in the middle, you have the city center. That's for business and entertainment. As you move out, you get to the places where people actually live, houses, apartments, and schools. And then way out on the fringes, you find the massive stuff that keeps the whole place running, like huge supermarkets and airports. A village, though, has its own kind of logic. Everything's way more mixed in together. The farm fields are right there, woven in with the houses, the gardens, the local shop, the school. It's this really tight-knit blend of work, community, and, nature. But here's the real kicker. None of this stays the same. The way we use land is constantly changing. It has a whole history behind it, a story of transformation that goes back thousands and thousands of years. You can really think of this story in three big chapters. Chapter 1, way back in prehistoric times, the land was just wild. Forests, grasslands, you get the picture. Chapter 2, then we started turning all that wild land into farmland, a massive shift. And Chapter 3, that's what's happening right now. We're in an era where that very same farmland is getting paved over for development. And this quote just nails it. This is the biggest story in land use today, and you've probably seen it with your own eyes, right? That relentless change from green fields to new buildings and roads. So if you want to boil this entire history down to just two key moments, this is it. First, we transformed wild land into farms, and second, we started transforming those farms into towns and cities. These are the two gigantic shifts that have shaped the planet we live on today. Okay, so let's bring all this right back home. How can you actually see this story playing out where you live? Well, you can become a kind of land use detective and read the history that's written all over your neighborhood. And here's how you do it. It's super simple. First, try to dig up some old maps or photos of your town. They're like treasure maps. Then compare them to a current map. You will be amazed at what you find. A field from an old photo might be a whole neighborhood now. A little shop might be a giant supermarket. All of a sudden, you start to see all these layers of history right where you stand. And that leads us to the final and maybe most important question. As you see these changes in your own backyard, a new building where a park used to be, a factory replaced by apartments, you have to ask yourself, is this change better? Or have we lost something valuable along the way? There's definitely no easy answer, but it's a question we all need to be asking.